Hi there, it's Patmos, and nice of you to join me for another episode of Ostriv. And let's get going. And I have a few things I want to do this episode. I'm not going to tell all about what I want to do because, well, then you have no reason to watch or whatever. So, yeah, of course, I'm just going to do it and tell you all about it when I'm doing it. But for now, I want to thank each and every one of you that, of course, has subscribed to my channel, that likes my videos, and also all those of you that comment on my videos and that give me tips and tricks, etc. I've been getting quite a few comments and I really enjoy it. I really enjoy reading tips and reading stories for people. And I have to say that sometimes I read very good tips and still probably when you watch the next video you won't see me use those tips. And that has to do that sometimes I just think it has to do with playstyle, or it just doesn't suit me, or it doesn't suit what I want to show in this series at the moment. So I hope people don't get offended when I don't use their tips immediately or whatever. That has nothing to do with the tip itself or whatever. It's just that at that point in time I don't think I can use it, or I want to use it, or I just want to show something different. So I hope that's okay with all of you, of course. And for now, well, let's just keep continuing developing our little town. And well, we are completing this half circle. Now there's a little issue with that because there's a lot of trees that have to go, and that means that all the foresters will have to walk quite far to get there. So what I want to do, also to consider the future, is get an extra forester going. So I'll build an extra forester right there. It needs a cart parking, of course, to get rid of all the wood. So yeah, let's do it like that. I think that will benefit a lot. So let's do it like this. Let's play speed 3 for a while. I will occasionally drop speed and get back to speed 2. Because even though I have turned off the autosave, I have been experiencing a few crashes lately when in my trial games when I got a bit bigger. Now, probably most of you will say, oh, I don't experience those, of course. Well, I don't have the best of best computers, and that's probably why my computer just can't process it at that speed. That's okay. I'm trying to save money to buy a better computer. And, well, until I do, I sometimes have to, well, just slow down game speed or do things like that to make sure that the game keeps running. And, of course, I hope at a certain point in time to have saved enough money to actually buy a very good computer so that that won't be an issue anymore. Until then, we'll just have to do with this. And, well, for me it's fine, and I hope it's fine for you guys as well. And, well, we've set up some chicken coos. That's nice. Let's get the workers in, because then they can get the food. Yep, that's all set up now. And after they do that, we can move a few chickens and get some extra food in. Well, one of the things I want to do this episode is to start working on some extra warehouses. Because, well, for now, everything has been running smoothly and things go well, and which is very good, and I really like that. But there might just come a point where we need certain resources more than others. And I got a great tip from one of you guys that it's really important to store some wood and some firewood. And that's basically what we're going to do with all these warehouses. We're going to start to save up some stuff. And to do that, alright, let's get some iron. We need warehouses. So I'm going to build quite a few, and of course we're going to build a lot more housing. I think we should do that right now. As you might have seen, after the round town we are now using these rectangle-shaped pieces of 6 houses. Just make all these rectangles and then there'll be a house or a, I don't know, suburb or however you call that in English. I'll try to use different forms for that. Either have it face up or have it face sidewards, in a matter of speaking. Just to keep it a bit playful, but yeah, that's what we're going to do. So yeah, that's a lot of housing. They need a few wells, of course. Otherwise they won't be able to get a drink, and that's not good. I think at some point it could be very good to get a granary here to provide for some extra food. So let's build one. Let's get a few market stalls there. 1, 2, well, we usually do 3 because we need them. Alright, that's good. I'll put it on speed 2 for a little while now. Now this is done. This is very good. Let's add the people to it so that they can start to work there. Let's get some carts in. Because these guys don't have to walk far to cut down all these trees, and that'll help speed things up. So yeah, that's good. I think these should have food now. Yes, they do. So let's send over some chickens. We'll just halve these two. So 15 chickens, 15 hatchlings. That means that once we have moved everything over, that they will all have about the same amount of chickens and hatchlings, and they can just continue to grow, expand, and of course we get extra chicken meat and chicken's eggs once all is full. We also need quite a bit of food for that, so one of the other things I want to do is just get extra farms. I was thinking about this area first, but I want these trees to go first, I guess. So yeah, let's not allow chopping of trees, but let them chop these ones. I think that's for the best. And until then, I think we need to work on a farm somewhere here. I'm not sure how to do that, so we're just going to try and plant some of these fields and see how it goes. Alright, this is too long. Right now it's occupied. So I guess what we can do is do it something like this. Too long, yeah, it's too long. Come on. Tell me how short you have to be. Alright. That's too short. Yeah, that's better. So we'll just try and place 3 fields, and if I'm happy with them, well, I think this looks kind of good. We can place the farm next to it, so that'll be fine. Alright, 50, come on, yes, very good. That's too long, I was afraid of that, so I'll have to move it slightly over. Come on. I have to do better. Yeah, that's fine. And a 3rd field, how should we put that? Well, we could try to do it like this. Yeah, that'll be fine. It will do what we want it to do. Alright. Should go a little bit more like this. 50. Come on. Yeah, that's okay. Well, I guess this is good. So let's build a farm. And then we can fill this area with housing, maybe, to make sure that we have all the people we need to work on the farms, of course. Alright, let's build the farm right there. Let's make it a complete farm with a cow shed, etc. We only need hay barracks because we already have the hay dryers there, so let's not bother with those. It needs water, of course. Well, this will all be fine. Let's move at least the farm over so that we get that one before the next winter. So let's do it like that. The more they build at the moment, the better it is. So let's start working on the warehouses as well. Because the more we build, the more wood is used. So they will chop down the trees to make room for these houses. So that's good. Let's work on that. Besides that, everything is running okay, so yeah, we don't have to worry about those things. Let's worry about these. We have to add all the different types of food that we have. Beef, buckwheat, chicken eggs, chicken meat. Then we go to firewood, fish, flour and honey. And that leaves us with milk and potatoes. Alright. That's good. All we have to do now is wait until people live close by. Let's apply this to all as well. So that, oh well, we can already put workers in because we already have people living here, so that'll be fine. Oh, they can go there, but it's okay. We don't have any new warehouses yet, but that's okay. I do want to check a few of my granaries, because I think flour is a bit too much. 2000. We need to distribute it better. And I want to get some extra honey going. So let's try and buy 2000 honey each time with each granary. Probably won't work with all granaries, but we'll have to see. Would be nice though if we really could buy 2000. Because that means we will get a whole lot of honey. Alright, I think this is better, because with 1000 of flour distributed to all granaries, I think that'll be better distributed then. At least we still have good amounts of food, so that's fine. They are going to work on the farm now. Oh, that's good. That's very good, actually. This forestry still has a bit of wood, no logs, and a bit of firewood. So yeah, we're already starting to shorten a little bit on wood. I'm going to buy this wheat, by the way, just to make sure that we have plenty. Because I think those are things that go pretty fast. All we have now is 9,000 potatoes, 11,000 buckwheat. And I think if we don't start working on new farms in the next 2 years, we will all of a sudden run out of food, because we didn't address that in time, and we did grow a lot with a lot of people. So that's always a thing to keep in mind. If you have a surplus in food, don't get, yeah, what's the right word? Don't just think, oh well, I have plenty of food, I can keep building houses. At a certain point you need to build new farms to supply all the basic sources of food, and potato, buckwheat, of course, are very basic. Plus, if we look at the chicken coos, this one uses 1000 food just for storing, and as you can see here, they use quite a lot yearly. So for these two to produce yearly with only 20 livestock and 10 hatchlings, you need 600. So we probably need one full farm, full functioning farm, for like 3 or 4 chicken coos. So really make sure that you have plenty of food for everything. These also take in food. Hay and water, well, that's fine. That's not really food that we eat, so that's okay. But yeah, just keep in mind, you can like think, oh well, let's build 4 chicken coos, but that might just cost you one complete farm with all the 2 fields working, 1 potato or 1 wheat, 1 buckwheat, and all the food just goes to your chickens in a year. So always be aware of that. You can't just build chickens and think, oh, everything is going to be fine. You really need the food. Alright, I do believe one of our farms had this one had an issue. One of them is out of sync. It still has a lot of resources in it, so maybe at some point we can just skip it and then put it so that next year this will go fallow, this will go buckwheat, and this can go potato again. At least we can try that. I'm not sure. But for now, this farm is done, so let's attach these fields to that farm. And then it can start to produce next year. Now, of course, it's most easy to apply all your settings to all the farms. We need a manager. And I think, well, what can we do? We can do wheat and buckwheat, so that's fine. And this farm can produce stuff for all the chickens. Alright, that should do the trick. Let's activate all fields. And that's it. Perfect. That looks really good. Well, they are starting to work on our warehouses. So hopefully soon we can set them up. And what I want to store in them is a lot of firewood. Because, well, we can see in the charts here, let's look at firewood. We produced almost 200,000 in the last year. and they used 150,000. Am I saying that correctly? So yeah, we are producing enough, but they are also using a lot. So we can never have enough. And the more houses we get, the more people will burn. So yeah, we need to work on that and make sure that we really have plenty. Alright, 2 warehouses are done, so let's set them up. Hiring options. Yeah, it doesn't really matter who they hire. We can also have laborers and carters, of course, apply to all, and we'll just set it to 10,000 firewood. Now we only have 14,000 in store, so I'm not going to immediately assign this one to do the same thing, because that'll come back to bite me, because then we'll just run out of firewood to sell. So right now all we have to do is wait a little bit until things get stored. I mean, they're already out of firewood right here, so we'll have to wait a bit until they produce enough again, and then we can set the next warehouse to also hold firewood. If you do, like, if you build 3 warehouses and you start filling them at the same time, all the firewood goes there before it goes to the shops, so that might not be the best thing to do. Well, this one's working quite good, so that's nice. You can see the trees moving here. They're gone. And now they are really trying to build these houses. Yeah, perfect. Alright, we can get this one back there for a little while. I say things look rather okay, although I really wish the game could speed up a bit, but that's fine for now. We are really developing in this direction. I think that's the right direction. Alright, here's the map edge, so perhaps we can fill this area up with some farms at some point to have extra farms going there, but we'll see. It's not a matter of completely filling the entire map, so I'm not going to worry about it. Perhaps we can mix these things in a bit so that they get done a little bit quicker. We'll see. These guys have everything they need. We're getting eggs, so that's good. Although we don't have any in stock, but that's okay. We do have enough potatoes, we get wheat, we have buckwheat, so yeah. Oh, they need a bit of financial help. Every now and then people need that. Usually the people that come out of their parents' house, start living together, they have only 10 coins, or what are they called? I'm not sure again. Can't see what they're called. So they only have 10 coins, and then they spend all of it on firewood and food, etc. And well, they can buy quite a bit of stuff, but then they're out of money, so then once or twice you need to help them, and then everything will just run smoothly. We can of course check our economy, see if we should raise the wages. I don't think so. We're running a small deficit, but all we need is one time selling stuff to Dekachi and they'll fix everything. Of course, increase the wealth tax or above 100. Could even raise village rent or whatever, but not entirely sure. Land tax, the wealth tax, we don't have much of a wealth tax, only a very small amount, so not a lot of wealthy people. House rent's very low, land tax is very low, so salaries are okay. We'll see. These guys need food. Well, just buy some food then. You live close to market stalls, so why not? But yeah, things run okay for now. I'll try speed 3 for a little while. Hopefully it doesn't crash. We now have 30,000 firewood, so I'd say let's add some workers and get some firewood. Now 10,000 is the max, so that's a thing. But we can deal with that now. Same here. Let's just add firewood. 10,000. That way we should have plenty saved up for a while. This one's full, so that's good. Oh, we do get clothing. So we can start selling some more clothes at different market stalls. Why not? And it seems we're getting good amounts of fish. So all granaries can have fish. That's good. But we get an extra granary. That means 2,000 extra potatoes to be distributed, 2,000 extra buckwheat, etc. So that might shift the contents of all these. So we'll see. At least it's now harvesting season, so soon all these houses will start harvesting as well, and we might get a lot of honey from it. Let's hope so. That would be very nice if we get extra honey. Alright. Let's slow down again a bit, because I really don't want to get into trouble. Now, I've been trying a lot in a game myself with a 5-crop rotation system. You can do that with 3 fields. You just add 2 extra slots and you do 5 crops or 4 crops and a fallow field, or 5 crops and a fallow field, and then you need plows because they'll end, of course, the cows, and those together, a plow and a cow, can raise the nutrients enough that you can basically do a more efficient way of farming, because you only need a fallow field every 5 times you sow something, and now we need it every 2 times you sow something, or every 4 times you sow something in the new system. So it's worth a try, but I'm just doing a few more experiments with it, and then I hope I can use that. And perhaps at some point we can also add an extra field, because right now if you do have plenty of people free, we don't have anyone free now because we're all harvesting, but if you do have enough laborers that you can use to sow the fields, sowing goes very quickly, and all you need is a short sowing time, so things can grow quite long and you get good yield. So if you have enough laborers, you can get easily sow 4 fields per farm in a reasonable amount of time. So that could also be a thing. And with 4 working fields, well, usually 3 working fields, 1 fallow, and then a system where that fallow field rotates over those 4 fields, I think we can get a really good harvest, and it'll work more efficiently so we can produce more. But I still have to work out a few details before I start using that. Hopefully I can incorporate that soon in one of my videos. Alright, they are still clearing out trees here, that's good. They should keep doing that. And yeah, trees are gone here that needed to go. They are building these houses. Just these 2 now. And yeah, that looks really cool. That means that this ring is almost done. So let's play speed 3 for a little longer to hopefully at least end this episode with that part of the ring also completed. A new family is settling in town. Well, you are all most welcome. Alright, let's check this, because we have a lot of cows and I haven't checked them for a while. 2-year-old bull. Well, we don't need that. Oh, no, that's the wrong button. Alright, just 1-year-old bull, not too many. Let's have a 2-year-old bull. Bye-bye. Well, these are quite a few 1-year-old bulls. I don't know why I would use them at the moment. So yeah, let's go. Well, that brings in quite a bit of meat. We have a 3-year-old bull, a few 1-year-old bulls. Alright. Well, that should produce quite a bit of beef. Alright, so now we have 12,000 buckwheat and still harvest coming in. We have 8,000, almost 9,000 wheat and still harvest coming in. We have... Where are my potatoes? There, 14,000 potatoes. Oh, that's looking good. And these mills are really working like crazy. I guess we should get an extra windmill then. Just to make sure that we can process everything. Let's put it up right here. Let's speed it up a bit because we want all the grain that we can. And yes, here they come. I don't know, just give them some financial help. It's fine. All the houses are in there. That's good. How much honey do we have at the moment? Almost 3,000. That's very good. They've bought quite a bit then. A lot of people are selling their honey to us. I like it. So yeah. Well, that looks good. And now we have almost 60,000 firewood in store. That looks perfect. Well, I guess we did quite a bit this episode. And I enjoyed it. I hope you did too. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel. That'll be a big help. Especially if we can reach at some point 1,000 subscribers, because that means I would earn a little bit of money with YouTube, which could really help me get some better equipment for all these videos. And of course, I hope to see you in another video. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.